Hey Dave, it's Liam. So this is how I like to communicate. It's better to me writing stuff down for the student or trying to tell them. It's a little bit better if I give them a video reminder. Um, so before we get started here, I want you to think back to that Callaway swing. I deleted it from the email that you sent me after I watched it, but if you still have it, go back and look at it because it's from the other angle, obviously from the front angle. And I want you to kind of notice when you watch it, when he swings, how essentially he jumps a little bit at impact, and how it looks like almost he stops turning at impact or near impact and then starts turning again. Just an observation from that angle that I think when you look at the swing from this angle, you'll understand why he does some of these things. So we started off by working on his posture quite a bit. And I don't like when I look at this video here how I can see his left knee out in front of his right knee. He gets set up with a little bit too much weight on his front foot, or kind of leaning into the front foot, which causes his left knee to bend up a little bit. That's why you see a lot of his left knee. And I think he sits down a little bit too much. His hands are a little bit too far away from his body, which then kind of gets this shaft plane kind of running up his arms a little bit or too close to his arms. So the shaft plane line goes in, belly button or above belly button. And I think you'll see when we look at this next video, you'll see a different posture here that looks a little bit better. So essentially, Joe swings the club too much to the right, similar to what you do. I mean, when we put him on Flight Scope, he had numbers that probably average at the start 8, 9, 10, 11 degrees to the right somewhere. And so he needs to feel like he's swinging more to the left. Part of that is where his weight is. So even a person that comes over the top understand, when they start their downswing, their club is swinging to the right. It may quickly turn and go to the left, but when they start their swing, it's moving to the right. So if a person tends to get too much of their weight forward or sliding forward in the downswing, their club path numbers oftentimes tend to be to the right if they get too far in front of the golf ball. And so that's a little bit what we see with Joe here. Don't love the backswing. Club face is too shut. But all in all, a pretty darn good backswing, a good-looking backswing. Just got a few minor flaws with the club getting a little shut. And we talked about it with Joe, but we didn't really focus on it because I didn't think it was the main thing to work on. Great position there. Club face is shut a little bit. You can't really see that though, but otherwise that great-looking position. As Joe swings down, you kind of see him. He'll dip and slide a lot of weight to that front knee. That's why from the other angle in that Callaway video, you see him jump out of the shot a lot. Because he's got so much weight going forward and not turning and staying behind the ball, that at impact he's kind of got to jump and then stop turning and then restart his turning process again. But I want you to watch the club head here. So right there, he's sliding weight forward, not turning as aggressively as I want. And keep in mind, the video's a little blurry here, but I'm going to show you where his club head is. That's the toe of it. That's the heel of it. That's the shaft. So he's not too far away from impact here, and his club is way to the inside of the golf ball. Partly because he slides his weight so far forward, the club is still moving heavily to the right. And partly because he swings to the right too much. So understand that club right now has got to go quite a bit to the right to be able to hit this golf ball. It's got to move from in to out severely to hit that ball. You kind of see the club there and moving now way up this direction with a shut face. So he hits a fat hook here. So that club went from here to here, swinging out, 10, 11, 12 degrees to the right, whatever the number is. Okay, ball goes to the left because the face was shut, which happens a lot with people that swing from inside to out too much. So what we need to accomplish with Joe is to get his posture better and have him feel like he's staying behind the ball and turning aggressively, so this club is moving more to the left at impact. And we accomplished some of that. Now, we accomplished it not perfectly because when he does it, he still has his face shut. So when I moved him, I was always trying to get him to feel like he's turning and dragging the club to the left, but trying to do it with more of a square to open face as he was doing it. So notice the change in his posture here. He's been over a little bit more. His hands are closer to him. This shaft line now goes more through the belt buckle where it should go, and there's a little bit more separation between the arms and the butt end of the club. So better looking posture. Again, probably still takes the club face back too shut right there. You can see the face of the club right there a little too shut. But again, you know, great looking positions if you don't know what the club face looks like. But watch now, as he swings down, now we focus on trying to kind of spin our hips, spin our knees. Right now the club is coming down through his hands. Right now the club head is here. So as he approaches impact, it's more behind the golf ball. You can see in this position his hips are much more open. We can see a lot more of his left leg, left butt cheek. And the club's at the ball, now it's moving back to the inside. So he's more of an on-path swing right there. The club is moving straight the moment he hits the golf ball. Show it to you again there. Club head is approaching from inside. You know, right in this video it's here. Here. Impact is right there. Now the club, I can't really see it there, but I'm guessing it's right back here. Okay, so yeah, that probably would have been a swing that brought the club in at a 2 to 3 degree to the right angle, which is, you know, like I told Joe, anything from 0 to 5 is where we want. So a much better looking swing right there, better posture and turning better, staying behind the ball better. And that one he managed to keep his club face somewhat square and hit a straight shot. A lot of times when he was doing that, he was still twisting the club face too much. So that's what we worked on. And he did a good job. He just needs to do it and keep the face more square. So there we go. Thank you.